First off, I wanted to say congratulations on being one of our Trailblazers. We were so happy that you accepted.
Thank you. You know, I'm driven to reach out and empower women of color, young women of color, because I didn't have a role model growing up in the world that I am in today, in a profession that I'm in today. And there is such a limited amount of space for us to shine and for us to express ourselves and to even prove ourselves. And so if I could in any way help empower a young Korean American or any other young ethnic woman, it's an honor, it's a privilege. My childhood was wild. It was intense, and there were so many changes, and my family moved to Nigeria. And mind you, my father was an ordained pastor in the army, and their plans were to become missionaries. So they had me learn Chinese when I was 3, but circumstantially it pivoted the other way. I got to Nigeria. There was an international school there. They're short-staffed. They don't have ESL classes. They don't let you into the school until you can prove that you're on the level. So I had to take a number of tutors and wait it out till I could speak the English to get into 3rd grade. Just taking tutors wasn't enough. Quickly, I had to pick up the language as soon as possible to make it into the next semester. So they had me go to the only place where I could be surrounded by English was pre-K. At 9 years old, I am at pre-K, completely humiliated, not just by the kids who wanted me to take them to the bathroom and the other kids looking at me like, what is this giant doing here? But the parents of the Korean kids were literally mockingly laughing at me, saying, what are you doing here? But my parents had the right thought that if I'm constantly surrounded by English, I will pick the language up and I will make it into the school. And then it went from there to back to Korea and then to Sweden, 10 different schools by the time I turned 13 in 3 different languages. It was a bit a little confusing to say the least, but also what a training ground for survival. And then came an email from a friend of mine who said, I'm working on this project with Ron Howard. Would you like to audition for it? I never thought that they would hire a non-actor to carry a $20 million show, playing twins for the first time, playing leading roles. And I just did it, as a thing to do. Never expected to be flown out in 10 days. And be on a set with 300 people crew and a giant crane and a camera coming towards me. I really, day one of shoot, I thought, I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't studied. I almost quit. I was at the brink of quitting, and then I thought, I'm not a quitter. There's a reason I'm here. 12 people had to say yes to my tapes for me to be here. So if I have faith in that, and if I have faith in the fact that if I give my 127%, that should be okay. And if it's not, what can I do? But if I can just do that, and I'm gonna do that, then I'll survive it. And that's how I survived it. And I really attribute those survival skills to my childhood. And that was the start of my acting career. There's nothing that I can personally do to change people's prejudice. But what I can do is I can choose not to be affected by it. I can choose to turn that negativity, alchemize it into something positive, into fuel for creativity. I refuse to be victimized, and it really doesn't help propel our society and our people forward. So That's my motto, is that I don't let anyone, I make the choice. What happens out there and what people's views are out there is their views, but I won't let it affect me. I think it's a very important thing you guys are doing.
Oh.
And you know, I could relate to so many of the different stories, and you know, we live in a world where our voice isn't heard as much as it should be. We don't, you know, we're not really represented as much as we should be. So if we could do it with each other and amongst ourselves and amplify it, that's one way, you know, to express ourselves. Tteokbokki. I hands down going to pre-K at age 9. Performing at the United Nations General Assembly. 총각김치. 삼겹살. To melt the black coal hearts of every greedy, authoritarian, murderous, dark minds with the sound of my voice.
Wow. I just want to be able to breathe underwater. That just blew mine away. Thank you, Korean American Story and Won-Sik Kim, for this incredible Trailblazer Award. Let's continue to tell our stories and to show up for each other and to celebrate our culture. Thank you.